Sao bạn không nghe hả? Nhỏ quá hay sao đó? Ừ, một to lên. Các bạn nghe được chưa? Ok, thank you. Hôm nay mình học chương số 3 các bạn nhé. Employee Relations. Màn hình đen thui hả? Cô share lại đó. Rồi, để share lại. Được chưa ạ? Ok. Now look at this. Here's some rules partnerships that apply to employee relations. Some of the letters are missing. Complete the reads and then match them with the definitions on the right. You see that we have some letters missing, right? No, I need to get it. Yeah, some letters missing. So you need to read the definitions here. A. Reduced working hours, usually when the company has a decrease in production. Reduced working hours, that means you work less hours than normal, remember. B. Accidents that happen at work. While working, maybe you have the accidents or maybe the incidents. So that's why we have that kind of phrase. C. To treat someone of either sex unfairly. Men is mentioned about a sex, mentioned about a gender. Remember, unfairly. D. The right for parents to take time off work to look after for a child or children. E. The same salary for men and women. F. Stress caused by negative factors in the job. 3. Procedure when an employee breaks the rules and what the employee can do if unhappy with a decision. And 8. Written details given to an employee to confirm terms and conditions. Okay, these are the meanings of the phrases here. So you need to read the meanings and then find the letters missing in each phrases. Number 1, sex discrimination. Yeah, that's good. Number 1, okay. How about number 2? One C? To treat someone of either sex unfairly. Yeah, thank you. Correctly. 2. 1C, sex discrimination, sự phân biệt giới tính. Number 2, contracts of employment. Yeah, and H. Yes, correctly, because in the contract employment, we usually have the terms and conditions while you sign for the contract. It's also mentioned about a salary too. So 3, equal pay. 3E. 3E. The same salary for men and women. Yes. Okay. Equal pay. That's correct. How about 4? What is number 4? 40. 40. But just there. Yeah. 40. Yeah, parental leave. Okay, thank you. Number 5. Happy. 5. Oh, that's my mistake. Right. 1C for the first one, but it's 2B. Okay. 5B, accident. Yes, no, right. Workplace injuries. Yeah, workplace injuries. How about 6? Number 6. Short time working. Short time working 6A. Yeah. Yes. Này giảm giờ làm á. 7. What is 7? It's a little bit long, right? Seven have 7G procedure when an employee breaks disciplinary and grievance procedure. Okay, great. Good job. And the last one. The last one is for SF, but what's the letter there? Work-related stress. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, lớp mình giỏi quá. Này đi thi là 10 điểm hết luôn rồi. Now look at this. This is the recording. A recruitment officer, true steward, and a team leader. You need to listen and then here. Tick, that's mean two, and cross for phones, you see? Number 1. Marion will be working first time in her new job. True or false? 2. She will be paid for the first 12 weeks if she is ill. 3. Her holiday entitlement is 20 days from the date she starts with business systems. 4. She sent in copies for her preferences with her application. 5. She hasn't told her employer in Marshall she's leaving yet. 6. She will receive the offer letter in 2 weeks. So you need to listen and then tick across here. While listen to number 1, you also do number 2 and number 3 here from the place. Complete the sentences giving information about employment terms and conditions. That means the contract and employment, right? Matching 2 halves of sentences. We have 1 to 6 and A to F. You need to match them together. 1. I'm afraid we don't, or we'd like to tell you something. I'm sure that won't be a problem. 4. By the way, we're currently looking. 5. So let's start with. 6. If you are ill, we expect you. What? A. as it's only a week. B. About conditions of employment. C. To phone in as early as possible. D. Your hours. E. Add more flexible working arrangements. F. Operates versatile yet. You need to match two halves. And then they also give you the first letter of the words here. You need to listen while they talk together and then write the word here for me. Number one, we currently a 40-hour week plus lunches to do something in a particular way. Two, there may be during busy periods working longer hours than normal. Three, it is either paid or given as in lieu. In lieu does mean instead of when you are not working. Four, you paid. Holiday is 20 days per year. Five, we be up references with your previous and present employee to apply for. Or six, we make the offer to employments to satisfactory reference. Okay, so now listen, please.
Unit 3, Exercise 1.
We'd like to tell you something about conditions of employment. Of course, they'll also be described in the contract of employment and the company handbook, as well as in the offer letter.
Some employment procedures are different from those in France, Marion, but there is generally more flexibility here, I think. Please ask about anything you are not sure of.
So, let's start with your hours. Normal working hours are 9 to 6 Monday to Friday, with an hour for lunch. We currently operate a 40-hour week plus lunches. I'm afraid we don't operate flexi-time yet, and there may be overtime during busy periods. This is either paid or given as time off in lieu.
I see. By the way, we are currently looking at more flexible working arrangements for our employees, but that's still in the future.
Okay, could you tell me what happens if I'm ill?
We pay for the first 12 weeks of sickness and operate a company permanent health insurance scheme, which continues to pay you after that.
If you're ill, Marion, we expect you to phone in as early as possible on the first day to tell us, and then to keep us informed after that.
Yes, that's clear. Could you tell me something about the holiday allowance?
Your annual paid holiday is 20 days, rising to 25 after 2 years' service. You must clear dates first with your department head, of course.
I have a week's holiday booked in 2 months' time. Will you honour this?
I'm sure that won't be a problem, as it's only a week. We can discuss it in detail later.
Great. Would it be possible to see the contract?
Yes, of course. One will be sent with the offer letter.
We'll be taking up references with your previous and present employer. I know in France you would normally include references with your application, but as you know, here in the UK, we prefer to apply for references ourselves, which is why we'll make the offer of employment subject to satisfactory reference.
Yes, I understand. I've given details of my referees on the application form. My present employer in Marseille knows I'm leaving, so you can go ahead and contact them. I'll tell them to expect a letter from you.
Well, thanks, Marion. I hope you'll be joining us soon and look forward to welcoming you to the department. Maybe you'd like to meet some of the team over a bite of lunch? We'll all be going to the canteen in around 15 minutes.
That sounds nice. Thanks.
Yes, well, I'll leave Chiara to look after you, Marion. We'll get the offer letter, contract and handbook in the post within the next 24 hours. Could you please let us know if you want to accept the job offer by the beginning of next week?
Right. Thank you both very much. I feel very positive about everything.
Okay, listen again. Các bạn nghe lại nhé.
Unit 3, Exercise 1.
We'd like to tell you something about conditions of employment. Of course, they'll also be described in the contract of employment and the company handbook, as well as in the offer letter.
Some employment procedures are different from those in France, Marion, but there is generally more flexibility here, I think. Please ask about anything you are not sure of.
So, let's start with your hours. Normal working hours are 9 to 6 Monday to Friday, with an hour for lunch. We currently operate a 40-hour week plus lunches. I'm afraid we don't operate flexi-time yet, and there may be overtime during busy periods. This is either paid or given as time off in lieu.
I see.
By the way, we are currently looking at more flexible working arrangements for our employees, but that's still in the future.
Okay, could you tell me what happens if I'm ill?
We pay for the first 12 weeks of sickness and operate a company permanent health insurance scheme, which continues to pay you after that.
If you're ill, Marion, we expect you to phone in as early as possible on the first day to tell us, and then to keep us informed after that.
Yes, that's clear. Could you tell me something about the holiday allowance?
Your annual paid holiday is 20 days, rising to 25 after 2 years' service. You must clear dates first with your department head, of course.
I have a week's holiday booked in 2 months' time. Will you honour this?
I'm sure that won't be a problem as it's only a week. We can discuss it in detail later.
Great. Would it be possible to see the contract?
Yes, of course. One will be sent with the offer letter.
We'll be taking up references with your previous and present employer. I know in France you would normally include references with your application, but as you know, here in the UK, we prefer to apply for references ourselves, which is why we'll make the offer of employment subject to satisfactory reference.
Yes, I understand. I've given details of my referees on the application form. My present employer in Marseille knows I'm leaving, so you can go ahead and contact them. I'll tell them to expect a letter from you.
Well, thanks, Marion. I hope you'll be joining us soon and look forward to welcoming you to the department. Maybe you'd like to meet some of the team over a bite of lunch? We'll all be going to the canteen in around 15 minutes.
That sounds nice. Thanks.
Yes, well, I'll leave Chiara to look after you, Marion. We'll get the offer letter, contract and handbook in the post within the next 24 hours. Could you please let us know if you want to accept the job offer by the beginning of next week?
Right. Thank you both very much. I feel very positive about everything.
So, do you have the answers? Các bạn có đáp án chưa ạ? Các bạn có nghe đầy đủ hết 3 phần chưa ạ? Có đáp án ra ha. So nào. Number 1. Phones. One phones ạ. One chưa ạ? Có chưa luôn hả? Vậy có phones nữa hả? Nếu mà number 1 phones thì mình phải sửa như thế nào đấy ạ? The company doesn't have flexi time yet. Đúng rồi. Không có cái này nha. Hiện tại công ty không có cái giờ làm nguyễn chuyển như thế. Đúng rồi, không có flexi time. Okay, good. So number 1 is phones. Number 2, she will pay for the first 12 weeks if she is ill. True or false? Number two. Two. Yes. Thank you. Number three. Her holiday entitlement is 20 days from the day she starts with business systems. True or false? True. Number three, true.
Nghe hơi nhỏ cô ơi.
Nghe tiếng cô hơi nhỏ hả? Ok, để cô nói to lên nhé. So number three, true or false? Okay, true. Yes, number three is true. How about number four? She sent in copies of her references with her applications for false. Why?
Tuyên bố của chị.
Yeah, I know number four is false. So how can you correct it? Yeah, liên hệ với chỗ làm cũ để lấy thư giới thiệu à? Okay, yeah. Remember that they also say she wrote the names of the referees on the application form, not copies. Okay, not copies there. So number five is false. Oh, sorry, number four. Number five, she hasn't told her employer in Marshall she's leaving yet. So true or false? Five. Cô ấy chưa nói chủ lao động rằng cô ấy đi rồi. Là bạn đang dịch lại câu số đó mà. Number five là false đúng không? Vậy thì sửa lại như thế nào đây? She hasn't told. Nhưng mà thật sự là cô ấy có nói chưa? Nói rồi, okay, yeah, she has told. Okay, thank you. Number five, false. Number six, she will receive the offer letter in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. True or false? False. Why? Next 24 hours? Dữ vậy hả? In fact, yeah, I know that. So it's correct. Number six is false. And just a couple of days. Don't need to wait until 2 weeks. It's far. So now, part two, you need to mark two halves of the sentences. Number one, I'm afraid we don't what? We don't one gì ạ? One F?
Unit 3, Exercise 1.
I have the answer, but I forget. Yes, one F. Number two, we like to tell you something. To be great. Number three, that won't be a problem. A is only a week. Yes, good. Number four, by the way, we currently looking what? Looking at more flexible working arrangements. Yeah, great. Thank you. 4E. How about 5? So let's start with what? D? Yeah, so let's start with your hours. Yes, thank you. 6. If you are ill, we expect you what? See? Expect you to phone in as early as possible. Yeah, of course. We need to do that. Part 3, the missing words. Number 1, we currently, oh, that is the first letter. How about the left ones? 70 ở đâu ạ? Không có 7. Operate. We currently operate a 40-hour week. Yes. Operate. 2, there may be what? Overtime. There may be overtime during busy periods. Okay. Number 3. This is either pay or given as 2 words. We have 2 words here. Time off in lieu. Yes, time off. 4, you're paid annual. Your paid annual holiday is 20 days per year. Great. 5, will be up references. Taking. Yes, good. Taking up references with your previous and present employer. 6, you will make the offer of employments subject. Yes, thank you. They are all correct. We have 4 columns: working time, employment status, absence, and ending employment. So you need to put the places here into the correct column place. We have shift work. It's belong to working time. Notice period. Where do we put it? Annual leave is mentioned about absence, right? Part-time employment. Trial period. Here, trial period. Part-time, sick leave, public holiday, resignation, vacation, dismissal, fixed term contracts, 6-day week, redundancy, temporary employment, flexible time, probationary periods, and holiday entitlements. Remember, notice periods, that is the time you wait until you don't need to work there for long. Quay lại slide vừa rồi ạ. Here. Okay. Part-time employment. It's just a time for the people who don't need to work in full time. Part-time, the main one, right? Sick leave. When you have illness or sickness, you can leave. Public holiday. Later. Maybe what else? Well, actually, I don't remember, sorry. Resignation. Resignation is kind of the way they don't accept you to work there anymore. Vacation. Dismissal. Dismissal is also the same, similar with resignation. Fixed-term contracts. For people to work in full right? A 6-day week is mentioned at the time. Redundancy. In case maybe in the office they need to have 8 people, 8 employees, but now in the office have 10 employees. It's kind of redundancy. Temporary employment, not permanent one. Flexi time, you know already. Probationary period, that is the time for you to have the child work there, maybe 3 months or maybe 6 months is something. And the last one, holiday entitlements, you know already. So now put them in the correct columns for me, please. Shift work, then how about notice periods? Tell me about notice periods.
Notice periods là gì cơ?
So, ending employment, right? Notice periods belongs to no ending employment. That's correct. Đúng rồi. Mình quyết định nghỉ việc ở một nơi thì ví dụ như người ta sẽ yêu cầu mình là làm trong vòng 1 tháng để bàn giao công việc, thì mình gọi cái này là notice period, và sau đó là mình sẽ kết thúc công việc ở đó luôn nhé. Part-time employment. Where do we put it?
Mình làm nửa thời gian. Working time đúng không?
Part-time employment. Working time.
Part-time.
Yeah, working time. How about call time? Call time, working time, right? Yeah, it's also mentioned about a time. Sick leave. Sick leave. Absence, right? Yeah, absence. Public holiday. Public holiday. Absence day. Yes, of course. Resignation. Resignation. Ending employment. Đúng rồi nha. Resignation belong to ending employment. How about vacation?
Absolutely.
Dismissal. What? Absence? Are you sure? Ending? Yeah, ending employment is better, right? Here, dismissal. Fixed term contracts. Employment status. Thank you. 6-day week. Working time. Yeah. Redundancy. Redundancy. Ending employment. Sure. Temporary employment. Employment status. Yes. Flexi time. Is it a zero? Yeah, working time. That's it. Probationary periods. Probationary periods. Employment status. Sure. Thank you. Holiday entitlements. Absence. Yes, good. Phần này cũng có nằm trong thi các bạn nhé. Chỉ cần bỏ vào đây khoảng mấy câu thôi là cũng có thể đầy bài thi rồi. Here, work families. You need to complete the following sentences with the words related to the keyword flex. Remember, flex. You can add prefixes or suffixes and change the form. Number 1, we have a very system. You still remember that kind of phrase here? Yeah, flexible system. Are you sure? Yes, that's correct. Flexible system in the company for our staff who need time off work for child care. Number 2, we've been operating. Hả?
Cô trở lại bài trước em
Trở lại bài trước ạ. Slide trước ạ. Here.
cô ơi. Vâng, slide trước. Dạ. Được rồi, cảm ơn cô.
Yes. Okay. Randomly answer shows the answer number 2 too. Number 2, we've been operating flex time or flexi time in the company since the early 90s, right? How about number 3? There is little or no for our staff in terms of hours of work is they have to be around when our customers need them. Flexibility. Yeah, most of you choose flexibility. Yes. And the last one, unfortunately, our managing director is very when it comes to deadlines. Inflexible. Yes, đúng rồi. Mình nhìn thấy cái chữ unfortunately là mình biết là sẽ có sự tương phản ở đây rồi hả? Inflexible. Thank you. Now, they ask you to mask the extracts. We have from number 1 to number 10 and 8 to 3. Number 1, date. The employment begins. You know that's right? Date, the date, that means you start to work there. Number 2, rate or pay. When how paid, mention about your salary. Number 3, normal hours of work, overtime served, part-times, mention about the time. Number 4, holiday entitlements, including public holidays. 5, job title, maybe manager, maybe employers, or maybe director. 6, location of workplace. 7, notice periods, you know that. 8, sick pay provision. Is the
Ủa em đi
assistance
qua
from
đây
the
làm chi vậy ta?
Không, chị vô nhà nói chú quậy không mà
Đi chơi
trời.
nó đi.
Nói chú quậy.
9, pension scheme terms is mentioned about a what? When we are old enough, we can't work anymore and until to the rules stand. So when you have the retirement, okay, you retire, you need to receive that. Number 10, disciplinary rules and grievance procedure. You know the meaning of this kind of phrase here? Read from A to J and then match for me, please. I give you 2 minutes.
Cô ơi, nhỏ lắm cô ơi.
Nhỏ, cái slide của show nhỏ à? Tại vì nó là nguyên một trang sách đó, các bạn có thể mở ebook.
À, cô nói nhỏ.
Cô nói nhỏ hả?
Dạ.
À, ok, để cô nói. Các bạn nói là cô nghe rất to luôn đó. Vậy hả? Có khi nào cô mở, cô sử dụng lo thu vào bên đây nó hơi thấp không ta? Ok, các bạn làm bài đi để cô xem phần này nhé. Các bạn thông cảm hôm nay nghe tiếng thôi nhé, tại vì cô dạy các bạn trong bệnh viện á, nên cô sẽ không mở hình đâu nhé. Wow, các bạn có đáp án hết rồi. Good job. So Không thấy hình nên nghe tiếng không được lớn à? Có thể. Right. So now, number one. One gì ạ? Date the employment begins. One E. Yeah, one E. Because we have your employment begins on 1st January, right? That is date. Number two, rate of pay and when, how paid. Means about a salary. So what is number two? To see your basic salary will be, wow, yes, good. It means about a salary. So how about number three? Normal hours of work, overtime, shift patterns. So what is number three? Three H normal hours. Yeah, okay. Number four, holiday entitlements, including public holidays. For G, well, you may be required to work on a public holiday. Yes, good. Thank you. Number five, job title. Job title. Where do you know the job title? By trade. Your current job title, responsibility, task, schedule, minutes at a time. Yes. Okay. Thank you. 6, location of workplace. 6, D. Normal place of work will be the above address. Okay. 7, notice periods. Where do you see notice periods? A, the amount of notice you are required to give, okay, in the first 4 years is 4 weeks. Yes. 8, sick pay provision. 8I, you must inform the office by 10 a.m. on the first day of absence. Okay, yes. 9, pencil scheme terms. Pencil scheme terms. 9F. No. Yeah, the company does not offer a pension scheme, but provides access to a stakeholder pension. Yes, okay. The last one, disciplinary reviews and grievance procedure. 10B, yes, of course, that is the last one we need. Here. Yeah, the answers. Next. Useful language. This is the language of contrasts. The language used in contrast of employment is highly formal and includes fixed phrases, formal vocabulary, the passive, and the will future. Some examples are given below. Fixed phrases like will be notified in writing. That means the terms and the conditions in the contracts, right? Payable monthly arrears. Failure to do so, subject to disciplinary action. Our use of formal vocabulary, we have surrender, to amend, instead of, right? To be entitled to notify, instead of, used to make, to change, to have the right to, or to tell. We can change this one into this one to make the contrast better. Use of passive. Employees are asked, may be required, can be obtained, can be found in or are expected. And use of future will be discussed. This one usually in the contracts of employment, remember. This one, they give you some phrases and ask you to put them in the correct number, please. Oh, don't draw on the screen, please. Can be found, notified in writing, are expected, may be required, notified, payable monthly arrears, will be discouraged, are asked, subject to disciplinary action, or are entitled to. So what is number one? Full details of the sick pay scheme in the staff handbook can be found. Right. Most of your choice can be found and it's correct. Number two, you to work in another office of the company from time to time. May be required. Yeah. So that. Three, employees to work overtime as and when needed. Are expected. Employees are expected to work overtime as when as it did. Yeah, are expected. If we put here maybe required, in fact, no one likes it. Number four, changes to your contracts and you will be. What is number four? Will be discouraged. Changes to your contracts will be discouraged. Yes. And you will be notified in writing. Yes, đúng rồi. Number five, you 4 weeks holiday per annum after completion of 6 months probation. Are entitled to? Great, thank you. 6, your salary is on the last day of each month. Your salary is what? This is an answer that is one too. Yeah, salary mentioned about payable monthly. Sure. 7, employees to the company of any absence by 10 a.m. on the first day. It's mentioned about the absence, right? So employees, 7. Are asked to notify. Yes, don't run. And the last one, you may be what? Subject to disciplinary action if you fail to do this. Yeah, good job. Đúng hết rồi nha các bạn. Đây là 2 lá thư các bạn nhé. Nó được gom lại. Mình yêu cầu mình phải tách ra. và đúng theo form của nó. Mình sẽ có offer letter and rejection letter. Offer letter, that means they ask you or they invite you to work in that position. Rejection letter, that means they don't need you to work in that. So we have D and C already. D, C for offer letter, G and B for rejection letter. You need to read all of these here and then put them in the correct order for each letter, please. So do you have the answers? Not yet? Okay, go on. It's too long. Chưa đâu, những khóa trước là cô cho các bạn là cũng đọc một bài như vậy và sắp xếp lại theo thứ tự đó. Cũng một bài, đọc một bài email như thế, một cái letter như vậy. Offer letter, D, C, I, F. Wow, chính hết rồi. Offer letter là đúng rồi đó, bạn Hiền làm đúng rồi. How about rejection letter? GB H J E. Đúng hết rồi nha các bạn ơi. Lớp mình giỏi quá. Đúng rồi nha. Rồi các bạn về đọc thêm bài này nhé. Và còn một bài letter nữa cũng có nằm trong bài thi nha. Tại vì cô cũng không biết là cô cứ bốc đại thôi. Có 3 bài thì cô cũng sẽ sao cho sắp xếp như vậy đó.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we move next. It's so easy to you. Okay. You need too much. Number 1, a commencing salary of. 2, the offer is conditional on receiving. Probationary period. 4, accompanying detail. 5 per annum are detailed in or to familiarize. 8, we will hold your details pending. A, enclosed. B, learn about. C, starting. D, year. E, subject to. F, set out. 3, until we have something available. And H, trial. So now, what is number 1? A commencing salary of. Commencing. 1C. Yes, 1C. 2, the offer is conditional on receiving. So 2 E. Yeah, subject to. Good. Number 3, probationary period. 3H. Yes, trial. Sure. Accompanying details. 4A, enclosed. Okay, thank you. 5, per annum. So easy. 5D. Yeah. Are detailed in 6. What is number 6? 6F or set out? Yes. 7, to familiarize. To familiarize. 7B, learn about. Yes. We will hold your details pending. So 8-3. Okay. So now next. Đây là một bài đọc các bạn nhé. Các bạn đọc đề bài đi rồi mình điền vào chỗ trống. Behavior, breaking conditions, disciplinary, entitlement, occur, policy, representative, accepting. This is the process of dealing with grievances. Problems can what? In the best run companies for many reasons. Occur. Yeah. Yes, occur. That is number 1. How about number 2? Such as overtones and. Cái này có nguyên cụm từ mình học hoài luôn này. Yes. Conditions. That's right. Three, management decisions, discrimination, grace sex, disability, and religion, sexual harassment, bullying, health, and what? Safety. Yeah. Thank you. Safety. Within 2 months of starting a job, employees are what? Entitled. Yeah. EJ. Entitled to a written statement setting down the main conditions of their employment, as well as information on pay, hours, holiday. Cụm từ này, holiday what? Disciplinary hả? Không phải đâu, không phải disciplinary đâu. Holiday entitlement, mình có nguyên cụm từ đó mà. Entitlement. And notice periods. The statements must also cover what the company will do. They have to discipline an employee who the rules. Breaking, for breaking the rules. Yes, breaking, đúng rồi. And who the employee can apply to if they are dissatisfied with a decision. With a what? Seven, disciplinary decision. Yeah, thank you. All employees have the right to be accompanied by another employee or a union representative. Representative. If applicable, at any disciplinary interview. A disciplinary procedure would normally be used when an employee does not follow company what? Break rules. Policy. Yeah, that's correct of the context. Policy. Break rules or display inappropriate workplace behavior. Employees must be fully informed of their inappropriate behavior. And given an opportunity to explain themselves. Đúng hết rồi nha các bạn. I'm going to show you the answer. Here. Đây là một bài đọc. Người ta cho mình những cái con số ABCD. Bây giờ mình sẽ tìm xem những con số này nói về vấn đề gì. I give you 2 minutes. Cô cho các bạn 2 phút để đọc bài nhé. Okay, now tell me, 7.5 million. What is this about? $7.5 million. Days are lost. It's here in the UK due to accidents at the workplace. Yeah, yes. Lost. It's here. How about 249? What's the number? 249. People die in accidents at work. Yes. How about 170,000? Yep, you see. I want to show that. How about 100? Yeah, 127,000. Injuries, which were less serious but still kept the employee out of work. Here, yes, I see. The answer means about that. Less serious, okay? But they also asked the employees out of work over 3 days. So great, right? And the last one, 563,000. Suffer in the UK last year, but it's not enough. Suffer what? Suffer mental health. Sure, because it's here. A rapidly growing area of ill health relates to mental health problems such as stress and anxiety, right? Suffers. Okay, thank you. Here's the answer. I will show that to you. That's it. That's the end for this morning. Kết thúc bài hôm nay rồi các bạn. Còn buổi chiều. Chiều mình học 2 giờ nhé.
Chiều 2 giờ cô.
2 giờ.
Dạ.
Cảm ơn cô nhiều ạ.
Cảm ơn cô.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Dạ,
much.
cảm ơn cô ạ. Chiều bắt đầu 2 giờ.
Yes. See you in this
See
afternoon.
you again tomorrow.
See you.
See you in afternoon.
Không được đâu, cô ở trong bệnh viện mà. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher.